was approached by Leonard. Basically, he told me about the scheme and said, how he felt as though I fitted perfectly, having played for locally at grassroots and come up through the system, through the scholarship, town teams, into the academy and then into the first team. So basically, he just said that I've got an understanding and I can probably relate to some of the juniors. Probably down to my dad. My dad used to play at St. James himself, and so probably my family's had an affiliation with St. James for quite a while now. So basically, just obviously, like most young kids, I wanted to play football, and he said, why not give rugby a go? Took me down to a few training sessions, loved it, and then spent the rest of my amateur days here down at St. James. Obviously, the friends that you get, and obviously the competition, which you probably don't realise competition when you're younger. It's just about being active and obviously the enjoyment of it. But when I was younger here, we didn't always have a ground to play at, and so the people running the club now have been fantastic and provided such a great facility, and I'm a little bit jealous of the young lads that get to play down here now. When you do go professional, you probably sometimes forget to enjoy it, or is it becoming a job? I think that's the main part. You've got to remember what you do is you wanted to become professional at the game because of your love for the sport and the enjoyment factor of it. I think sometimes when things get a little bit tough, you've got to remember why you want to do it, and when you're in the grassroots, you look up and you're watching Super League every week. I know that's what I did as a young lad, that's what you aspire to do. So I think when you can get down to these days or a few training sessions here and there, it gives the young lads a lift, and to take part of it, they see that how you've come through it yourself, and obviously for us, the lads here, it's exactly how I came. Obviously, if you can increase the participation levels, then more people are involved in the game, and as I said, it's not just about the people playing, it's about the people who support these grassroots teams and bring the lads down to the training sessions. That also increases your viewers for the Super League, for maybe parents that didn't really understand rugby until the young lad got involved in it because of a friend. Yeah, obviously I got back, tried my damnedest to get back last year, and this year coming back from injury, and sadly it never worked out. I won't be the first person that it never worked out for, and so I've had it put back in place, and everything's going really well. Sadly, I had a bit of a setback just after the surgery, a bit of an infection that's knocked me back, so it's probably taken away any chance I've got to play in this year. However, being me and always wanting to get back quicker, and it might be a blessing in disguise now. I've been given an extended period now that I might not have been given if I had not had the setback. So it could be a blessing in disguise, and hopefully be hitting the ground running next year. I'll just keep doing what I do and living in the gym currently and trying to put things right. And as I say, hopefully, not hopefully, I'll be back next year, just all being well.
It's a programme that's been run by the clubs in partnership with Sky TV and with the R.F.C, and it's about increasing participation of the sport, also awareness of the sport, and it's to increase spectators to the sport, not just actually kids playing the game. It's about getting more bums on seats, as they say. And the SkyTry plays a massive part in the jigsaw. I think we tried it years ago, and we didn't quite got the full distance. But now I think the togetherness of all the clubs to make it work, and you probably see now when they come out to the Sky cameras, every ground looks the same. They come out to the same tune. They come out to the same. To the flags being out, so they really uniform the game. Well, what we try to do is we try to get out and about during the summer, and I know it's always difficult for parents to keep the kids entertained. We like to go to all our partner clubs, our community clubs, and just put on a couple of hours of fun. It's aimed at the primary age children, so probably some of the kids are new to rugby league and want to experience it, and we just make it total fun, and then we give the chance to the coaches of the clubs to come along with their information when they train, so we try and get a few more into the game that way. But we also like to run the clubs within the communities, so we're making sure that the tots are being entertained, and they have a pathway then into playing community rugby league, which again is massive. If you get a kid playing rugby league at 5 and 6 years of age, you've probably got them for life, and that's what we want to do. The pathway is the same now for all the community clubs. And hence why we start. A fact is that we're going to Australia with the academy in October, and out of the 10 community clubs that have got junior sections, 8 are being represented on that tour, which is massive. Days gone by, it'd be that you'd have 1 or 2 strong clubs in the town. Now it's the wealth is spread about, and that's because no matter where you're from, the level of coaching, the level of the club itself has raised through the roof. Here of this whole SkyTry programme is no matter where the level of the kid takes them, there's a pathway for them to go. So they may play Community Lions, they may go on to play for Saints first team, they may go on to play for another first team. But as long as there's a pathway there for them to go down, their talent can take them, we're doing our job really, and the programme's working.